Hey everyone, it's Jason, and this is your weekend cruise news update. And do you think service animals should be allowed on your cruise? Also, Carnival Cruise Lines issued a warning about tiger cubs. And on the Icon of the Seas, do you think this balcony cabin should be classified as an obstructed view balcony? So cruise story number one, I thought this was a joke at first, but apparently it's not, as this person felt that this balcony cabin on the Icon of the Seas should be classified as an obstructed view balcony. And they did a series of videos on TikTok about it, trying to prove their point. Well, I'm going to let you watch one of them, and then I'll give you more details afterward.
Okay, so in the last video you said it was too dark to be able to tell. So this is the balcony. Right here. Balcony. Look over. Here's this rail. Goes all the way down. All the way down. So, when you sit on the balcony, you should, with an unobstructed view, you should be able to just see right down to the ocean. But you can't. It's obstructed about a foot or so. And that messes up the way that the ocean looks at night. It's really pretty at night. So that's what I was talking about.
So this is in cabin 12608. And what's interesting, in a couple months, we're booked in 12626, just right down the hall from it, and I'll get a good look at that. But it is really the window washing rail. That's what that is on the side there. I have no idea where they're coming from on this. And I'm going to tell you this. If I saw that rail and I was booking that cabin, I would have no second thoughts about booking that cabin versus like the other option for us was deck 14 under the pool deck. And I don't book cabins under pool decks. What do you guys think? Can't wait to hear from you in the comments. So cruise story number two, beware of the tiger cubs. So the Carnival Radiance was visiting Ensenada, and they sent out this letter here, and I love that they did it. And it was basically a warning that said, hey, if you're not booked on one of our excursions, there in the port of Ensenada, there's places where you can interact with tiger cubs. Don't do it. It's a bad idea, basically, right? I love that they sent this warning out there. Now, if you remember about a month ago, the Bahamas threatened Carnival Corporation because they issued warnings to some of their passengers just to be careful ashore. We just got off the Wonder of the Seas, and in Cozumel they warned us that you couldn't smoke and you couldn't vape. You could get a fine. I love that cruise lines do this. I love that they're looking out for their passengers. Now, a lot of people go, oh, it's just because of legal reasons or whatever. And that's cool if you want to think that. But I actually want to believe that they really care and look out for their passengers. What do you guys think about this? And have you ever been to Ensenada and seen the tiger cubs? I didn't even know this was a thing. Let me know. So before I get to cruise story number three, I would ask that you please like this video, as it does help the channel grow. Also, consider subscribing, as we're on the path to 100,000 subscribers by the time we go on our Alaskan cruise at the end of August. If you could help me out with that, I would greatly appreciate it. Thanks so much. So a quick question before I get to number three. Do you research where you want to go before you book your cruise? Meaning what ports you want to go to and what you want to see, and then see what cruises are available for those ports. Now, I think this is a weird way of booking a cruise. And they thought, I saw this on Reddit, they thought just the opposite. And I think most people, especially the Caribbean, go, hey, I don't really care. I want to go on the Carnival Celebration. If it's Eastern or Western, this is my vacation. I'm going to take that vacation and I'll figure out what to do afterwards. Now, Alaska or maybe Europe, I think that could be a little different. There's certain specific things that you may want to see, like Glacier Bay, or if you're in Europe, there's hundreds of different places that may interest you. Let me know what you guys do. It's just something that I'm curious about and would like to hear from you. So cruise story number three, should service animals be allowed on cruise ships? So John Heald, the brand ambassador for Carnival Cruise Line, announced 40 special guests on an upcoming Carnival Celebration cruise. And these 40 special guests were service animals. Now he explained a little more in detail that a lot of these passengers had balconies, and they were going to set up a special provision on those balconies so the animals could use the restroom out there. I think it's really cool that Carnival set this up. Well, there was a person that recognized that that was their sailing, and they were highly upset that they were going to be on a cruise with service animals. They demanded a refund and or to be moved to another sailing without any penalty because they said this service animal thing has gotten out of control. What a shameful attitude. I'm sure those people have had tough times in their life. And they're getting out there, they're enjoying life, and they're going on a cruise. I hope they have an amazing time. And I guess people just have to be miserable about something in life. Can you imagine being upset by someone that has a service animal? Now, I get it's 40 of them, but this is a ship that can hold 6,500 passengers. It's a city. It's 190,000 tons, roughly. It's a big ship. So you're going to see things like that. Now, my thing is if you don't want to see that, maybe sail on some of the older, smaller ships. You're probably going to see less service animals. Now, I don't know what they mean by it's gotten out of control. Because John Heald said, these are not emotional support animals. These are working ADA regulations. These dogs are. They are working dogs, not emotional support. What do you guys think? Is this a ridiculous stance to take? I personally think it is. So have you ever seen a service animal on a cruise? I appreciate you guys watching. Thank you so much for the support. And until I talk to you next time, happy cruising.